All right, we're rolling. What's good, everyone? I'm going. This is Sunday night. It's Monday night. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. I'm here with Jason. Day one. Back at it. We just went through like a whole seminar. Got it. Honestly, I'm gonna post it later. But Sunday, January 3rd. Let me close this door so we don't do that. All right, we're back at it. Y'all can see the Discord, right? I'm talking about crypto. Things are going crazy in that world. This guy just asked me, should I buy in Ethereum now that it's over 1,000? No, slow down. Let it cool off. RSI is going crazy. But anyways, I'm going to go through it's Sunday night, 2021, first trading day is tomorrow. So I'm going through my charts to see what I want to trade, setting levels, and I'm just going to talk about what I'm looking for. I'm a scalper, so I day trade and I only buy and hold for like a couple minutes at the most. So keep that in mind. I'm looking for big resistance levels on the daily time frame. And once I find those, that's like what I like to trade, during the day, every week. So I'm looking for I'm looking for stocks that are entering or getting close to big resistance levels. They might not have hit them yet, but I like to see where they're sitting basically after a whole week. So we traded last week. It was a good week. Shit was going crazy. Market's up. This is the daily time frame. Market's up. This is the NASDAQ. Market's uptrending, as you can see. Broke past this major level. We got the SPY. This is the S&P 500 ETF uptrending, right? Nice W pattern. We broke out of it. It's pretty good. And look at me. I sound official over here. All-time highs right there. I don't know why these horizontal lines keep doing that to me. All right, so we got SPY getting close to all-time highs, which is good. So I look to go long when the market's strong, right? That's another W pattern. Look at that. Apple follows the market a lot. Look at, you see how they kind of look similar? We got the W, and we got Apple. Nice. Yeah, not quite the same, but it's pretty close. All right, so we got the Apple all-time highs. It hit, I believe, September, trickled around, traded sideways, came back up, and it's testing all-time highs. So I'm gonna set an alert on that all-time high. So if it gets through that, I'm gonna get notified and I'm gonna trade it. I'm gonna trade the breakout if it has volume. Cool, that's Apple. We got the alert set for every hour. So if it goes up and touches that, it'll give me a notification on my phone. So I don't have to just sit there and stare at it all day, right? I probably look funny because my screen's up here, but the camera's down here, but it's all good. Tesla just broke out of all-time highs. I don't think I'm gonna trade it, but momentum play could keep going, could come back and test that support, with that resistance, turn it into support. Typically what happens. Trade this in. This is the daily time frame, so I'm looking for certain resistance levels and all that. Let me reset this. Discord popping right now. We got 55, 56 members, which is crazy. All right, I like Tesla. I'm gonna just keep my eyes on it and look at it tomorrow morning. But it broke out all-time highs, so we know that. Twitter hit new all-time highs and came back down. If it drops below this, maybe I'll short it. If not, if it comes back up to this level, trade that breakout. I really like all-time high breakouts, and that's what's happening right now. This market's crazy. Amazon's in this wedge pattern. It's uptrending. Tested this pretty big resistance level. 3350 is major resistance level. So you tried it here, broke through, came back, broke through, tried it again, didn't make it, tried it again, didn't make it. So I got an alert already. And we can bring this all the way. So it's got uptrend wedge pattern, right? It's ascending triangle. It's a triangle. It's eventually going to break out. 99 times out of 100, it's going to break out by this date, the apex of the triangle. So it's what? April 9th, April 12th, it's going to break out. It's usually before it, but you know, we got a timeline at least, a deadline, you could say. So we got, you know, looks like support here. We'll mark that down. See how it tested it. The more times it tests a certain price level, that's stronger than resistance and support. We could even say this is a triangle, a symmetrical triangle. See how it's, oh yeah, it was kind of, I traded this breakout, let me show you on the, I traded this breakout of this triangle, but now we can bring this back up because it broke out already. So actually it's going to break out by March 16th of 2021. That's, keep forgetting we're in 2021. It's crazy. All right. So I think I'm gonna trade the break of 33.50. It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen next week, but I'm gonna keep my eye on that level. That's very important. I like going long. I don't like shorting stocks, so keep that in mind. Beyond, looks like a support line right here. Broke out. Yeah, broke out of this little channel. It's either gonna go up or down, right? So I'm gonna wait for that to find support. RSI is cold. Move on to the next one. I think I'm gonna trade that. Peloton broke all-time highs last 2 weeks ago, which is crazy. I'm gonna watch, see if it comes back up towards 167. If not, I'm chilling. It might come back down and test 140. I'm not making predictions. I'm just looking at what actually has happened. Baba is a little tricky. I think it had some bad news. I hit it 13% down. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for it to, you know, figure out what it wants to do. But also, I wanted to talk about gaps in the stock price. So this is Twitter. Had a big gap down on bad earnings. Really bad earnings. Damn. Dropped 21%, which is significant. See this gap in the price? It was trading at around 52, and the next day it opened up at 44. So there's a big gap. That's almost 10 bucks, 12 bucks. Most of the time, a chart will fill up that gap. They call it a gap fill. And so you see how it gapped this much. It ended up filling it up. It took a couple weeks to get back up here, but it filled that gap, this gap in the price. And then it went up to all-time highs. So you can play these gap plays, these gap fills. I don't necessarily want to do it all the time, but it just depends. There's swing trades, it's a good chance to buy in. But I'm a scalper. I'm a day trader. I don't really have the patience for swing trades and playing the gap fills. But if it works out in my day trade, then it works out. So we did Alibaba. I'm not really liking that chart. Netflix just broke this little resistance, and it went up. It's coming back down. We'll probably test it, and then I want to watch it going back up to all-time highs at 575. Nothing to trade right now, but I got an alert to see if it comes back and test that support. RIOT, which is a blockchain Bitcoin crypto stock, moves with Bitcoin. So if you see RIOT's been uptrending the last few days, had a big pop down here, which is crazy. You can go to Bitcoin and show you like the daily chart. Look, it looks damn near the same. That's crazy. Bitcoin at 33,000, all-time highs. Let's go back to RIOT. Definitely gonna watch this in the morning. I don't have any predictions, but I think it's gonna, actually, I think it's gonna hit 25, maybe even 30, but we'll see what happens. There's also Mara is another, let's look at Mara. Mara is another blockchain type of company. Moves with Bitcoin, Marathon Patent Group. Yeah, it's almost the same. It's starting to come back down, but man, it has some crazy swings, 23%, 21%, 22%. Very risky, but hey, no risk, no reward, right? Disney just hit all-time highs. We'll see how that plays out. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. We got a gap too. 2 gaps. Maybe one day it'll fill them. It'll fill this one, but you just don't know when. Shopify. I'm gonna set this all-time high, 1283. Damn, it keeps changing my lines. But yeah, let's say this is a good support down here. And this is also a resistance it broke out of. Keeps changing my lines. Jason, you there? Wow.
Charlamagne, we live? Sorry, I don't know why I just said
like I was getting nervous out here. I like having someone in here so I can just be like, yo, you see this? Are you getting this?
Okay, my bad. I didn't know if you were
Oh,
on a
good.
club, so
I feel you. I feel you. I'm almost done. I'm just looking at potential trades. We got Roku hit all-time highs, 363. It's coming back. It looks like it's testing this little slight support resistance line. So we'll see what happens with that. I think it could come back down. RSI was a little hot, so it kind of had to cool off. See what happens. Microsoft broke out of this wedge. I'm gonna delete this just to get a better look. We can set
shout out the home team.
Shout out the home squad. Is that where you're working at?
Since June.
Ooh, that corporate bag, man.
It ain't, I'm trying to make
it with
this. One more time.
You said you're a data analyst?
I manage data, but I'm a PM.
Oh, okay. So you're getting the real money. Damn, I gotta be like you.
Stop, man. Stop.
It's a little line right here. You've seen these like these peaks and valleys. Like this is the major levels. I say if we're at 222, once we pass like 225, 226, it's gonna make a big move, and then we got the break of all-time highs again. See this wedge? See how it's like uptrending? You're basically just connecting the dots, like where are the peaks and where are the valleys, and trading those breakouts of either side. Like I'm not biased to either side. That's why I don't even like trading stocks like Tesla. I'm actually really bad at trading Tesla because I'm like so biased. I'm like it's always gonna go up, right? And it could drop on me, and then I'll just be I'll be surprised. Like, why is it going down? Doesn't everyone like Tesla? See how it's filling that gap down here? This is Zoom.
Right.
Starting to fill that gap. That's crazy. All-time highs would be 589. I'm even gonna set that level, but fuck it. Where it drops, who knows? It could find support somewhere in here, but like looks like it might find support.
You have a max number you set for the week
of stocks to look at? Yeah. No, I just have like I don't even know how many companies, maybe like 30 to 40. This is like the big companies that are traded.
Oh, well, not on your watch list, but on active ones that like say you just had like.
I recommend 3 or less, honestly.
3 or less,
especially if you're working a job, because it's like it's overwhelming to check a lot. But I'd say 3 to 6 for me.
What's your checking time schedule?
Shit. Whenever I find time, really. I'll be working 6 to 3, so I'm like I start right when market opens. But I mean, I have a lot of leeway, and I work alone, so I'm not constantly being watched, and
right.
I can find time to look at things. But I'm definitely trading market open. Like I usually wait 10 minutes to let the price kind of find its spot, because like if you're trading right when market opens, you don't know where it's going to go. That's gambling.
Right.
I like to give it like 5 to 10 minutes to cool out, see where it's going.
Not even that much time.
Like the move, but like you're not going to lose as much as you should. Like if you were trading market open every time. That's just a coin flip.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially with options, I like to know what I'm doing and see what the direction that the market's heading and which direction the stock. I think this is going to fill, and then it'll find support. You see the RSI is down here.
Right.
Usually when it's down here, it's going to find support. So like, yeah, I think it'll fill this gap.
Okay, so that kind of answers, or is that it could be an answer to the question of when you know that support's going to come. Yeah. Is it just based on that threshold on the RSI?
Exactly. It's the same thing as like where's the top, right? You know,
right.
The RSI is a little hot. It's getting close, and then when the moving averages start to, you see how it kind of it goes in stages. See how it's consolidating, it's trading sideways, and the moving average is moving sideways along with it. and then boom, doing. It's rising up with the price, and then look, it's starting to trade sideways right here. Then it came down. I noticed a lot of stocks move in the pattern of that. It's like a 4-step pattern, right? Step 1 would be trading sideways. Let me do this way. It's just not saying it. Going this way, it's trading sideways, and then it starts to rise. Then step 3 would be collecting at the top, and then step 4 would be either back down or it's going up and starting a new step 1 or step 2. Sorry.
Right.
So you see this wave. It's sideways up, sideways for a little bit, down, and then it'll trade sideways, and then it'll go up. So we like to find companies that are trading sideways right here and catch them on the breakout. This is even like this was all-time high at the time, and it broke it, right? Kept going. I like to catch them right here for swing trades. See, it's above the 20. RSI was at 50, 46.
Right? You mean above 20 as in it went from 50, 70?
Yeah, it went from 37, 46 all the way up to 88. I would have sold right here, but I mean, it had to cool off, and then it kept going. So just like I said, the RSI doesn't always mean it's going to go down, but it did. But it could keep going after cooling off. Bitcoin does this all the time. Bitcoin's been RSI. Its RSI been hot for 3 months, so that's why I sold at I think 13,500, and then it popped again because shit, Bitcoin does what it does, man. Can't control it. You just got to buy it and forget about it, really. NVIDIA, it's trading this wedge. It almost broke out, but if it breaks out of this wedge and then goes back in, that's a very good sign. It's bullish. Bullish meaning it's going to go up. Bearish meaning it's going to go down. Bulls and the bears, right?
Yeah.
And this is a very big resistance level because it's tapped it twice and couldn't get through. Shot down really hard. Over 12%, 2 days. I'm not going to touch NVIDIA, but if it breaks out of that wedge, I wouldn't be surprised, but you never know. This is Penn National Gaming. Not too familiar with the company, but just kept putting up all-time highs. So starting to cool off. Look at the RSI. Keeps happening. It keeps happening. Look at the RSI. It was at 31, found support. At old resistance, which is right there, turned into support. Love it. Love it when the charts work out like that. AMD's kind of it was a W, but it broke out a little bit. I wouldn't trade it right now. Spotify did all-time highs. I wouldn't touch it though. I mean, it's starting to cool off. It's like I like to trade these big candles right here. Broke all-time highs, went up 12%. I like to take like a 3% move, 2% move, right? Really quick in and out. So like I could show you. Like, I don't like to hold the swing trades because I don't know what it's going to do in the meantime, but I know when it gets to these major levels, it's going to break out either down or up, right? See, it broke this resistance, started moving, it went up 3%, 6%. That's when I want to trade it. I don't want to trade any other times. I like the big moves, you know. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you like something that drops 6%? You can make money on the way down too.
Rephrase that last statement.
You can make money when the stock goes down in price. So let's think about let's go back to Microsoft because that's so beautiful. Or was it Microsoft? No, it was like Zoom Zoom was like nice up and down. So if you buy low down here, 275, sell high, $500, you know, that's how most people make money. But you can also sell high, thinking the price is going to go down. You're selling right now. They call it going short. You're shorting the stock because you're short. Let's say I sold you, Jason, fucking $570 Zoom share. I sold you one share that I didn't even have. You're like, how do you sell that? You don't even have it. But I'm kind of loaning, like I sold you a share that I didn't have, and I'm borrowing it from the brokerage.
Okay.
And then I buy low. So you gave me $570 for that Zoom share, and then I'm hoping the price goes down and I'm buying low. So I buy it for $352, So basically, I got $570 from you.
So
Let's go
who's
back from down here. So I gave somebody sold me their Zoom share for $300.
No. I get again. I
like
get.
to run it. I like to run it through for me and for everyone else.
No. My bad. No, my bad.
Let's run through it. Let's say I bought this at $300. Someone sold me their share for $300. I gave them $300. I'm hoping it goes up, right?
Right.
All right. Now I just sold it for $567 to someone that bought it at $567. They gave me $567. So I paid $300 for one share and I sold it at $570. I just made $270 in profit, right? Shorting is the opposite. I just sold it for $570. You gave me $570, and then I bought it at the bottom. Let's say $340, $350. I just made that.
So that play would be if
shorting a stock is very sketchy because there's unlimited downside and very limited upside. So like when you buy long, let's say you bought the Zoom share at 300 again, it could go basically to infinity, right? How I can describe it. It could go all the way up to fucking who knows where, as long as someone buys it, right?
Right.
You think it's gonna go to 2,000? Like it could, but like, what's the worst case scenario? You bought at 300, goes down to 0, can't go negative. That's the floor. Your risk was $300, and your upside was shit. There's really there's no ceiling.
Right.
But I mean, of course, you got to be realistic. It's not going to go forever. But shit, over 50 years, 100 years, it could. But
ain't got time for that.
Yeah. So think about selling stock short. You got it. You sold it up here, and you're hoping to buy down here. What happens? Right. It keeps going up. You got no ceiling to your downside. If you bought in up here, you just lost. You sold it at 500, you just lost 1,500. Whereas like when you went long,
right,
your risk was 300. It was capped at 300, but your upside was unlimited.
You have to just know you have to know that stock to play that kind of. It can't be just off the.
Yeah, but you could set your stop loss to right here. I mean, people think it's risky. I short stock sometimes, but I don't prefer it. I like going long because the majority of people buying on, let's say Robinhood, you can't even short on Robinhood. They won't let you because they don't want to deal with that problem of retail investors buying this shit. So
right, when you don't even own what.
Right. So like we let's say back in the scenario we bought at 400. We know the support's right here. I'm gonna put my stop loss here. So if it drops down, it's gonna sell for me. And then if I'm selling short up here, I'm gonna put my stop loss here because it's resistance, right? Which is technically support for me if I'm shorting because I want it to go down. So yeah, you can make money both ways, which is some people don't even know that. It's interesting to think about. But let's get back to the topic at hand. Nvidia, we talked about that. Penn, we talked about that. AMD, I don't really like to trade AMD. Spotify's in a little consolidation. Fastly was starting to fill that gap. You see this big gap? Fill this one over here. Drop down on bad news or something. Drop down 27%, even though it's a green candle technically, which is weird because it dropped down so crazy on pre-market. Then it started just downtrending, came back up, started to fill that gap, but then it just hit a resistance level. It's kind of like this, but a little higher. So when Fastly comes back, test this level, I'm gonna trade it because it wants to fill that gap. So I got two things working for me on that. I got it's been traded well above this. It's at 87. It's been traded way above this. It's got this resistance level, and it's got the gap fill. So I got 3 different things working for me if I traded that. That'd be a day trade, but you could even swing trade it. Don't buy it right now because it's below the 20. Remember that for swing trading.
Right.
RIOT IPO not too long ago, last summer. It's just choppy. I don't like it. I might even remove that from my list. It's not cool. Visa all-time highs. I kind of missed the trade. It looks like it popped 4 or 5% and came back, but I don't like it, man. It hasn't filled that gap either all the way, so it could come back down. But like I said, you don't know when the gap's going to fill. PLTR hit all-time highs and started breaking this support. It's not good. I don't like to touch it. For swing trades, you don't want to just pick up any dog on the side of the road. You want to wait for it to show that it's going to, pick back up. So let's
Right.
Snap hit all-time highs recently. It's coming back down. RSI when it hit all-time highs, a little hot, right? DocuSign, it's choppy. I don't like it. Square hit all-time highs recently because of Bitcoin. They invest in Bitcoin. RSI was a little hot. Look what happened, man. Shit, it's common theme, right? Trade those patterns, baby. CRM. Yeah, I don't like too much, but I think Tesla's a good play and some other things, but nothing crazy. Slack went crazy. Probably tired.
A little guessed for a second.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, I just looked at all my watch list. I'm definitely looking at Apple if it comes back to test that all-time high. Tesla broke all-time highs, looking for momentum on that. Amazon above 3350. So this is my watch list for the week. I'm gonna put this in the chat and all that, but that's what those 3 stocks are what I'm looking at. But things could change during the week. Also like Netflix, now that it broke out, I'll keep an eye on that. But I love trading those major resistance levels on the daily chart. Ooh, Disney too. Watch Disney. But yeah, that's it. That's how I look at my that's how I get my watch list for the weekend.
Every Sunday ritual.
Every Sunday. I love it, man. Self-care Sundays. Gotta love
it. Absolutely.
Jason, Growth Gang.
Sir. Until next time.
Until next time. I'll see you next Sunday.
But you'll see me soon.
All right, man.
Later, brother.
Later, my guy.